That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I have solved the mystery of John Mark in The Chosen Season 5. I know for a fact that we're going to see Mark, who wrote the Gospel of Mark, in The Chosen Season 5 in the Last Supper. It's going to be awesome, and I know who's going to play him, so we're going to take a look at that today. I've solved the mystery. I've put the pieces together. If you're new here, then be sure to subscribe to stay updated on everything going on in the Chosen community, and let's go ahead and roll that intro. Check this out. So this is Nick Alvarez, who is an actor. He's followed, let me show you, by many of our favorite chosen actors here. He's followed by our favorite people here, and he also follows them. He's mutually interested in these people, so he knows them. They know him. They're not strangers. You know, he's not like just a fan. He's an actor. And he's in The Chosen Season 5. He posted the trailer, and all he did was just say The Chosen Season 5, March 28th, and he put a description here. All he put in his description is Mark 14, 13 through 16, which if we go ahead and take a look at Mark 14, 13 through 16, it reads, Jesus says, "And he sent two of his disciples and said to them, 'Go into the city, and a man carrying a jar of water will meet you. Follow him, and wherever he enters, say to the master of the house, the teacher says, where is my guest room where I may eat the Passover with my disciples? And he will show you a large upper room furnished and ready, there prepared for us.' The disciples set out and went to the city and found it just as he had told them, and they prepared the Passover." So that's all he posts. I think he's playing Mark, this guy here. And Mark would have been a young kid. Now, the tradition holds that the disciples ate the Passover in the house of John Mark's mother. And it's believed that she's wealthy, as we learn in Acts 12, after Peter's imprisoned. And he's let out. After Big James is killed, Peter gets in prison, and then an angel lets him out of prison. He immediately goes to the house of John Mark. John Mark's mother. So after he realized he was free, he went straight to the house of Mary, mother of John, whose other name was Mark. He wrote the Gospel of Mark, where many gathered together and were praying, and so he immediately knew where to go. How did he know to go immediately to this house where John Mark's mom owned, and she was obviously very wealthy because a servant girl came to answer. So this is implying that John Mark's mom was wealthy and that Peter already knew who she was, and this was a common place to meet for early Christians. So it's believed that the upper room where the disciples stayed is, in fact, this same house with this upper room, and that's where they went and ate the Passover. And the fact that Nick Alvarez posted this specific verse on the trailer for Season 5, this specific passage, means that I think he's going to be John Mark. And I have proof that he's actually in the Last Supper because I remembered an behind-the-scenes video from Season 5 filming. And in this behind-the-scenes video, if you look here, you can see right there a young boy who looks distinctly to me like, there you go, from the side profile, I think this looks like him. He looks pretty similar to this. He's got the distinguished nose there, and it looks pretty recognizable if you go back. I think he's got the same hair. He looks the same. He's a younger dude. And in the same passage, actually, if we go down to the Garden of Gethsemane, then we can see that a young man flees. Verse 51, "A young man followed him with nothing but a linen cloth about his body. And they seized him, but he left the linen cloth and ran away naked." Most people believe that this is Mark because this little anecdote here is kind of strange and kind of unwarranted and not included in any of the other gospel accounts. So people believe that this is Mark and that Mark was present for a lot of these events. And I think that's the direction that The Chosen is going. This seems pretty on brand for them to go in that direction to follow this kind of teaching and tradition. So I believe this is John Mark, and I believe that he's being played by Nick Alvarez here, who looks to be John Mark, in my opinion. And I think we're going to see him. This is where the disciples eat the Last Supper, is in John Mark's mom's house, where they eat in the upper room. She's a very wealthy person. As we learn in Acts 12, I mean, this is what people believe, because he immediately, as soon as he was let out of prison, he's like, oh, I'm going to go to Mary's house. Mary, mother of John Mark, who seems to be someone who he already was familiar with, as we probably know from Mark 14. So there you have it. There is John Mark. I found him in The Chosen season 5. So if you guys have seen the first 2 episodes already in theaters, let me know what you thought down below. This is really cool. I'm really excited to see John Mark in The Chosen season 5. I think he's going to appear here, and I think that little boy right there, I don't think he's a little boy. I think he's just a young man. Is going to be John Mark, and he particularly is a disciple of Peter. That's where he gets some of his information for the gospel accounts. He thought he could hide. He thought he could hide Nick, but not from the ever persistent eyes of justice of the Chosen fans. So there you go. Blew this case wide open for you. So do with this information what you will. Do you agree? Do you think John Mark is going to appear in The Chosen season 5? Do you think I'm crazy? I don't think I'm crazy. Let me know what you guys think. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Binge Jesus.